is it? When you have an actress, when you have a musician, when you have a police officer, when you have ambassadors, when we have all of you using your platforms to raise awareness about this very important cause. Thank you, Kat. Next up, founder of Women One, Dale Haddon.
Hi, good afternoon. I want to thank, I have to take my hat off to everybody. I want to thank Mrs. Ban for leading us in such an exciting and thorough way that she does. Muna Alrani, a dear friend, I would do anything for her. She calls me up, I'll do it. Dionne Warwick, just the name Dionne Warwick, all the songs go dancing in my head. Doesn't it do that to you too? Yeah. And Bumzile, who we've done many events together, so I want to thank them and all my fellow people on the stage for all the great work they do. And I want to thank all of you for turning out. I think this is the largest turnout I've ever seen, so thank you. You know, we couldn't do it. Imagine us speaking without you being there. So this is a partnership. Thank you. I founded Women One, an organization dedicated to providing quality education for women and girls around the world. 62 million girls are out of school globally. When a girl is educated, she earns a higher income, there are fewer occurrences of HIV/AIDS, and she is more than twice as likely to send her own children to school. In fact, if a mother can just read, she has 50% chance of her child living beyond the age of 5. We are marching together today in solidarity to highlight International Women's Day and to bring attention to the appalling acts of violence committed against women around the world every single day. How can we stop this? One of the most important ways we can do this is through education. It is proven when a girl is educated, occurrences of violence are greatly reduced. That is one of the reasons that I focus on trying to get as many of those 62 million girls off the streets, into school, and out of harm's way. Thank you for showing your support today. All of it helps, all of it. And we have to continue. When you go home, think about what you can do to make a difference for a woman or a girl. Support an organization, make a donation, buy a bracelet, volunteer your time. Do your part, however small it is. Thank you for being here. We cannot underestimate the power of intention. When we come together like this and intend for something different to happen, great change is possible. Thank you.
Have the privilege of inviting a colleague of mine, a fellow journalist, news anchor, and 3-time Emmy Award winner, Rita Cosby. I'm gonna give her a hug.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Are you ready for a great march? I just want to say what an honor it is to be here. Lisa, you're doing such a great job. But the UN Women for Peace Association, it is incredible what they have done. As a journalist, I've had the privilege of covering them for many years, but this is my first time actually being a part of the march, and I'm so happy to be here. It is so important, the work that Muna Alrani Al Nasser, my dear friend, hats off to you for everything you have done. Mrs. Van and my dear friend Dionne Warwick, how wonderful that so many people from so many walks of life have come together. As a journalist, I have been to the remote places in Afghanistan, and I will never forget one day arriving there and seeing a woman who had been killed because it was, quote, an honor killing, which was unbelievably acceptable in that culture. Brutalized unimaginably by somebody that she knew. And then being here in New York and covering cases of somebody, a wealthy family, maybe on the Upper East Side, something that happened behind closed doors. As a journalist, we often see people at their best and at their worst. There is no honor in an honor killing. There is no honor in brutalizing women. And I call on all of you today, and I feel so much the responsibility and the privilege of us in the media to be able to get the word out and to be able to say that this is not acceptable, that we must stand up, and that we must bring these people out who are in the shadows and publicly shame them and let them know that this can no longer happen in 2016, whether it's here in America or whether it's in remote parts of the world. And that's why I think what you're doing here today is so incredible and so powerful. Also, I want to thank you, and I want to make sure we give a big shout out to the NYPD. I also see my dear friend Curtis Lewa back there and the Guardian Angels who keep us safe every day. So thank you, you guys too. Also, this is a march today, but it's also a movement. And I hope all of you leave here today with thinking of how you can march in your own lives. You think about the great work of Same Sky and my dear friend Francine Lafrac creating this bracelet that is now touching women in remote parts of the world, thousands of miles away, changing their lives. So march with us today, but also think about when you leave here how you can march in your own community, what you can do in your own life. Maybe it's education, maybe it's helping somebody else, maybe it's working even at a shelter, doing whatever you can. This is the beginning, I think, of an incredible movement. Come march with us, not just today, but every day. It's a privilege to be here. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mira. I'd now like to call upon the co-founder of Mentarium, appointed by President Obama to the United States Advisory Council on Human Trafficking, and a survivor herself of human trafficking, Chandra let me get this right, Woworuntu.
Hi, how are you? Louder! How are you? First of all, I want to fix this mic. First of all, thank you so much, Ben, and also the organizer, UN Women for Peace Association that hosts this march. Yes! So it is good to be here with all of you, and also with outstanding women leaders that stand here sitting in the state. Wow, it is an honor for me. And I know it is very cold, but I believe we care, and we are passionate to end violence against women and girls. I am Chandra Hindu, like the introduction. I was brought to United States from Indonesia, kidnapped, trafficked, and exploited by an international organized crime which has included 5 different nationalities. I was physically, mentally abused. 24 hours I was forced to work as a slave at the brothel, hotel, and casinos. I never deserved to be abused, and I believe none of us here deserve. We deserve freedom. And I believe you deserve freedom like me. So I escaped from the second floor bedroom window by the help of NYPD. Yes, NYPD. They prosecuted my traffickers. And I was helped by Civil Horizon to stand on my feet, and now I'm here. But it wasn't enough because I was abused by my ex-husband for 7 years. I didn't know if traditional abuse was okay. Traditional abuse is not okay. It is a violation of human rights. And we should know we have to end it. Recently, I established Mentari that help women and girls that were trafficked in the United States. We created safe environment through our program Cooking and Baking, so they will able to reintegrate to the community. My story, only one story in the United States. How many globally? 100,000 millions. But I believe together we can change this culture. Together we can solve this problem. We have to treat women and girls with respect and dignity because we all deserve humanity. I encourage all of you. I challenge each of you here who listen to my speech. I challenge you to be a champion. A champion to end violence against women and girls because I believe you are the champion. And we all here, the champion. Thank you.
So I heard you guys are all keeping so warm. We're going to extend the program by 2 hours. Just kidding. You know what's amazing about women? A lot of things, but the one thing that's standing out to me listening to all these amazing speakers, resiliency. Resiliency to bounce back, resiliency to do more, resiliency to wake up every morning and make a difference.